You know, there are these spots on Earth where the water, the mountains, and the sky all just come together in this perfect, almost unreal way. Well, today, we're heading to one of those places. We're talking about the absolutely stunning Oxbow Bend in Grand Teton National Park.
I mean, what a way to start, right? This quote really sets the stage for us. It gets you thinking. Rivers aren't just, lines on a map. They're literally the lifeblood of a place, carving their way not just through stone, but through history itself. So the story we're diving into today, it's basically written by the Snake River. And it leads us to this one spot that is just breathtaking. It's a place where the river actually slows down, takes a breath, and shows you something absolutely magical.
Okay, so first things first, to really get this place, you just have to soak it all in. I mean, picture this. It's dawn. This isn't just a view you're looking at. It's a whole experience. You got mist dancing on the water, and as that sun comes up, the mountains start to glow, almost like they're blushing in the morning light. It's incredible.
And that's exactly the effect it has on pretty much everyone. You get there and you just stop. You have to. The scale, the quiet, it just demands that you take a moment of silence. It really feels like the landscape is speaking to you if you just take a second to listen.
So what exactly are we looking at here? It's this incredible natural painting, right? And to really appreciate it, we need to break it down. Let's look at the individual brushstrokes, the key pieces that come together to create this totally iconic view. All right, first up, the main event, the bend itself. So what is an oxbow? It's basically a big horseshoe-shaped curve in a river. But here, at this particular bend, something amazing happens. The water gets so calm, so still, that it turns into this almost perfect mirror. And really, that stillness, that's the secret sauce. That's the magic. But of course, this bend is just one part of a much, much bigger story. We're talking about the Snake River. This thing is an absolute powerhouse. It flows for more than 1,700 kilometers all the way through the American West. It's the artist that has literally spent thousands of years carving out this entire landscape.
And wow, what a backdrop. The Teton Range is just different. There are no gentle foothills leading up to it. Nope. These mountains just explode right out of the valley floor. These super jagged, steep peaks, they're the real stars of the show, giving you that jaw-dropping skyline that everyone knows.
You know that one peak you see reflected so perfectly in the water? That's Mount Moran. And get this, there's a fantastic story behind it. It's named after Thomas Moran, a painter. His landscape paintings of the West were so powerful, so incredible, they actually helped convince Congress to create the national park system in the first place. It's just a perfect example of how art can literally change the world and inspire us to protect these places.
But look, this landscape is so much more than just a pretty picture. It's a living, breathing ecosystem. It's a thriving wilderness. All that beauty we see on the surface is supported by this incredibly rich and wild world, just teeming with life.
And the park itself, Grand Teton, is really the whole package. Yeah, you've got the famous mountains for sure, but there are also these crystal clear glacial lakes, the huge wide open valley known as Jackson Hole, and just this amazing diversity of wildlife that calls this place home.
Speaking of wildlife, let's talk about two of the most iconic residents you might see. Down in the shallows of the river, you could spot a moose. We're talking the biggest species in the whole deer family. And then, if you look up, soaring high above, you might just see a bald eagle, that powerful symbol of the United States.
Now, it's important to remember that all of this, the clean water, the amazing wildlife, these incredible unspoiled views, none of it happened by accident. It exists because people had the foresight and the dedication to protect it.
So that begs a really important question, right? What keeps this water flowing so freely? How has this place stayed so pristine for so long? Well, the answer is actually found in a groundbreaking piece of law.
This is the one. It's called the Wild and Scenic Rivers Act. It's a U.S. federal law, and its whole purpose is to preserve rivers that have incredible natural, cultural, or recreational value. It makes sure they can't be dammed up or diverted or overdeveloped. It's all about keeping wild rivers, well, wild.
And this wasn't some newfangled idea. This act was passed all the way back in 1968. Just think about that for a second. For more than 50 years, we've had this official recognition that some places are just too precious, too valuable in their natural state to ever be developed.
Okay, so let's pull all these threads together. We've got a breathtaking view, a bustling ecosystem, and this powerful legacy of protection. So what's the big takeaway here?
Why does a place like Oxbow Bend really matter?
I think this quote from our source material just nails it. Here, water flows freely, unbound by concrete or commerce. This is a place where nature is still in the driver's seat. The river does what it wants to do, not what some engineering plan or business model tells it to do. It's such a powerful symbol of what it means to be wild and free.
And that right there is why this place matters so much. Oxbow Bend isn't protected for what we can get from it. It's protected for what it is. It's living proof of the idea that some places are valuable just for existing, and that it's our job to protect them for everyone who comes after us. So I'll leave you with this final thought. The story this river tells is one of beauty, of wildness, and of preservation. And it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? As we keep changing and shaping our planet, what stories will the rivers of the future tell about us? What will our legacy be?